Welcome into the All Things BMX Show. It is show 250, Chris.
250. Holy moly.
And we made it.
I can't.
It's so funny thing.
You know,
looking at hats, I found my 150th hat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So, man, it's been a ride, buddy.
I can't believe it's 250. And you know, it's actually more than that because you do the mixed open show with Rick and those guys out in Beer Budget
when we
Land.
started, we had that Friday night show too.
Oh yeah, and we did the Friday nights too during COVID. Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in, that's ever tuned in, and continues to tune in each and every week. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. You can catch us each and every week on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. For our 250th show, we could not have picked anybody better than Mr. John Cruz. That's going to be joining us here in a few seconds. The perfect guest for the 250th show here on All Things BMX.
Yeah, Moto 2.
Moto 2 at that. We're coming to you live from the Ethan Clark Studios here in the busy metropolis of Heartland, Michigan. How was the stop sign?
Hey, you know what? there was some excitement in Clarkston in Heartland when I was coming in. You know, the roundabout.
Oh no! Yeah,
there's a car that went off the road and he hit this big sign there and had the airbags out and the whole thing.
Right over here?
Yeah, right.
Oh my God!
I mean, shoot, if it wasn't raining, Justin, come on, let's go stand over here and gawk for a few minutes.
One roundabout, man. The dude just cuts right through the middle of it.
Oh, it was. I looked at it, and I slowed way down because it looked like it had happened about 30 seconds before I got there. I slowed way down, and I'm looking at it, and it's one of those where you go, how in the world did they end up there?
It's the metropolis of Heartland right here.
I don't know, man.
We're brought to you by the good people over at Motor City Harley Davidson. Make sure you guys go over, give them a like, give them a follow, check them out.
Yes.
Tonight, Melissa is off, but filling in back there is none other than Detroit Velvet Smooth, the man of no words.
Zero words.
He's
at the Gate 9.
He's at the Gate 9 Producers Perch
that
Melissa's not at this evening. She'll be back here shortly. We want to thank Gate 9 for the continued support. Thank you. And thanks for tuning in, Billy. We missed you.
Yeah.
Chris and I are here at the Ghetto Wear News Desk because we will literally let you sponsor anything in this studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
There's a mouse here that we use for the computer. That could be the...
It's now the has-been mouse.
There you go. one has-been mouse.
But hey, we got there's breaking news I wanted to share with you guys about an event we have coming up, Chris. And
the Whole Shot.
The Whole Shot coming up September 27th. So it's an action pack. A few weeks here in Michigan. We have our state final race at Waterford Oaks coming up.
Oh, this coming weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. You see, they're going to have a David Lee, pro mountain biker, is going to be there with an airbag. So you can do some airbag jumping on Saturday after the race.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. But September 27th, we are going to have our second annual Iron Bell Brawl Whole Shot Challenge Championship, the longest title for an event you can ever have.
Yeah, that's going to be out at Richfield Park. And it's just going to be a whole shot race. There's no points. It's not a local. It's going to be just out of the first turn. That's all we're racing.
That's it.
How about just out of the first 10 feet? I might be able to race that.
We can do that.
Hey.
We can do that.
We can make a special class. Yeah. We'll do that.
So make sure you mark your calendars. Registration's going to go from 5:30 to 6:30. I ask, if you are coming out, get a hold of me. I'm asking to have you bring out your inflatables. It doesn't matter if they're Christmas, Halloween. They can be any. Just bring them out.
Valentine's Day, whatever.
We put them around staging just to make it a little festive like.
If you don't have a sense of humor
don't come
with this, man, don't come, because we're just going to have a good time. We're going to trash talk each other in the gate. We're going to goof around. Yeah. So just bring your sense of humor. Please.
Yeah. And the events, it's $8 to get in, and that pretty much part of that goes to pay for the tour form so we can have a sanctioned practice and everyone's covered. And the classes break down as follows: 12 and under, 13 to 16, 17 to 39, and 40 and over.
That's me.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Our guest that was on the other week, Bill from Supercross, has got a box on the way.
Sweet.
Bill Prince has a box on the way here. There's one right over here from Colt already. And we have many, many more. Gate 9's already actually tossed money in. So has American Sports Network. They've also put money in. So we'll have money and giveaway stuff. And we literally have an extra microphone for trash talking. So make sure you bring you're ready to do the whole shot and you're ready to talk some trash and have some fun.
And if we can work out the technicalities, we may
I'm not even going to try.
Show it to you.
I'm not even going to try.
Either that or we'll record it and post it after
and post
the
it
fact.
afterwards, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight with the internet out there.
No, we did that before. That was not pretty.
Well, our show doesn't happen without the help of the following companies and people that help us come to you each and every week. And a lot of these have been here for all 250 shows. So we're going to take a minute and thank them. We're going to thank Anthony Morris over at MDM, the web guy, helping us get things worked on our new website that we're working on. Thank you. Krupp and Carter. Krupp and Carter has actually messaged me 2 days ago. They've got a box of stuff coming up here for the whole shot event too.
Great. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Hey, we also have On Two Wheels BMX. Next time you're out at National, you see the bright orange tent. Run over there, get your parts. They'll wrench on your bike for you. Just tell them the ATB crew sent you over.
Our good friends over at the Hack Shack out on the West Coast. If you're looking to get a side hack built, you need your bike worked on, you need something. Dude can build anything. He's got a welder. He can make something happen. You hit up homie Mike. He'll help.
He's got a welder and some steel. He can make something happen.
He's a BMXer with a welder, dude. There ain't nothing he can't make. He can get you 16-inch up to, I've seen him do a 29-inch side hack. So hit him up. He can make your dream reality, man.
Yes, sir. Also, you're looking for a set of custom wheels, check out Wrenchman Wheel Builders. They do an awesome job. They've built wheels for myself, for Justin, a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Can't say a bad thing about them. Go over there, check them out. Use the code BRODEAL, and they'll give you a free high five with your order.
Dye Job Apparel. Represent your team, your brand, your business with custom apparel from Dye Job Apparel. When it comes to showcasing your identity, your brand, there's nobody else better in the business than Sean Gifford himself. Make sure you guys check it out. He makes the process super easy. He's the guy behind them Only Flats shirts. So when you see those floating around in the hats, that's him. And he does tons of jerseys for teams all over the country.
Yes, you need a jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you need something with your logo on it. He's the guy to talk to.
And we'll have the Only Flats shirts at the whole shot race too.
Yeah.
So we still have some for
this
sale.
weekend at Waterford Oaks. If
That's
you're
right.
going to be over there for the state championship race, stop by the All Things BMX Show tent and say, hey. Also, we have DB Sports World, upstate New York's premier BMX bike shop. They get you pieces, parts, accessories, complete bikes, the whole 9 yards. So check out DB Sports World. Let them know that we sent you.
All the links for our partners and sponsors you can find in the show notes, along with tonight's guest. His links can be found. They're actually on right now. If you guys are streaming this, you can see them in the description. They'll also be in the show notes too. So if you want to check out your I put your Facebook on there, and I also put your website, and then I put the foundation on there too for you. So we got a cool question tonight. And I can't wait to hear your guys' answers, okay?
Yeah, I haven't even seen it. So.
Yeah, well, I don't even know where this one came from. I think it was what's got it going was the movie thing last week, how like your favorite non-BMX movie, they were like people were answering all over the place.
Were all over.
Super fun.
Yeah.
So tonight's chat question is sponsored by our good friends at BMX Rocks Photography. Make sure you guys check them out. They're another one that's been with us since we started.
Yes.
So are you ready, dude?
All right. What do we got? Show 250.
Show 250. We want to know what your go-to karaoke song to sing is.
Oh, my gosh. I've never done that.
I know you've done karaoke.
I have never done that.
You've had to do it.
No.
You've never done karaoke.
Never.
Well, okay, what song would you do? We'll come back.
Margaritaville.
Of course it is. I knew it. John, what's your go-to karaoke?
That's horrible. That's the stupidest question I've ever heard. I am the worst, and I love music, but I sing horribly. So,
exactly.
That's why I
I'm
haven't
say
done
something like Marvin Gaye, like Sexual Healing or something.
There's a
you know?
jam. All right.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Something funky.
I mean, like,
hey, let's go back. I gotta go back.
Yeah, go ahead.
One quick second.
Well, hang on. Welcome to the show, John Cruz, and welcome to the 250th show. Thank you for taking time and joining us.
We had to do the proper.
Thank you. I love being with you guys, man.
We've been looking forward to this since we talked to you and got the date set up. We're like, oh, Cruz is going to be on. We got to talk to him.
Moto 2, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's been a busy week in my life. Actually, it's been a busy couple months. But let's go back to that. What is up with roundabouts? And we'll just say that.
I don't know. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan.
Me neither.
Isn't it because it's faster than...
It's supposed to keep traffic moving.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it. But Americans just, they see it and they hit the brakes or the gas. Yeah. It's just...
Yeah.
You got to go around? What's all that about?
And normally it's you get in them, right? And you go around and around until it then you get off.
Yeah.
It's like that door and that automatic door that spins. You get in it, you can't get out. You don't know how to step out of it.
Where's the opening? Where am I going out at?
Right.
It's a funny story. They did a project in my hometown, had a little extra money, and they put a roundabout in, but it was too small, and the fire truck couldn't go around it.
Yeah.
That's a true story.
I bet you. That there's one over by my house that the diameter of it is too small.
Yeah,
and it more clogs
motorcycles
up.
Only or something.
Exactly. Yeah, it's too small. And as soon as they finished it, they had the whole road shut down for like 6 months to do this dumb thing, and then you go through it. I went through it one time and I went, this is too small. You can't get in it and get. No, it's too small. And the reason is there's a swamp on one side and there's a baseball field on the other side and there's a strip mall. They shouldn't. Yeah.
This is the one by your house?
Yeah.
By the party store that has the $1,000 bottle of booze?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
Yep, just down from there.
Well, this is Michigan, the land of the, or maybe that's not Michigan, but the land of the bar.
There's a lot. There is.
I'm sorry. We went way too long.
We got some people answering songs they sing. That's Billy Says In the End by Linkin Park.
There you go.
I feel like I've tried to sing a Linkin Park song with his bride once, and it was pretty bad.
Well, what's your song? You didn't sing.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was Nice and Slow by Usher, son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That old Motown stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, was it some Jodeci?
Well, it was Usher, Nice and Slow, which is pretty similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that in there for Damon.
Yeah. Melissa said she'd sing I'd Have the Time of My Life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
from... Come on, get in here. I know she knows how to tap into this. Let's hear it.
Yep.
Come down here.
Come on, Melissa. Anyway, as you know, I've recently had DBS, which is deep brain stimulation. And
yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
So
my tremors are a little bit strong today just because you guys make me nervous.
No, I don't believe it.
That is the honest God truth. When I speak in front of people, it's probably the worst position that I would ever be in. Not because I don't like people. I just, I get nervous.
Yeah.
So I'm tremoring right now, but.
So why don't we give folks a quickie
little background,
a background of what it is and what you kind of been through.
So obviously I've had Parkinson's. I was diagnosed at 40 years old. I'm 62, almost 63. So I don't remember not having Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And I've been an advocate and I've spoken out about it and tried to create as much awareness as I possibly can from my little cube, if you will.
Right.
And one of the side effects of Parkinson's is tremors. And I was approached years ago that I was a candidate for a potential surgery called DBS, deep brain stimulation.
Okay.
And, I went through life struggling, and I just figured at some point that my quality of life was diminished, and I would look into it. And well, my quality of life the last couple of years has been diminished. It's gotten to the point where struggle eating and a lot of things, just functioning day to day life was just definitely being was very, very hard, not to mention psychologically and so on. But at any rate, so about almost a year ago, I went to my neurologist. I said, I'm ready, you know,
Mm-hmm.
ready to go down that journey. And not everybody's a candidate for it for one reason or another, but it took about 8 months of MRIs and CAT scans and psychological testing and just a whole host of things to qualify me, if you will. And well, I don't even remember the date, but I think it was July 31st was the big day where I went under the knife.
Wow.
And what it is they drilled two holes into my skull here, and then they plant, and I'm going to do it on terms that you and I can understand. They
Mm-hmm.
call them leads. I call them brake cable housing.
There you go.
They planted two brake cable housings in there, and then they ran uh, up to 12 wires, brake wires, if you will, cables inside that housing in
Wow.
each one of them. And then again, this is the middle of your brain, and they do this while you're awake.
You're
Yeah,
awake?
you had
Oh,
said,
yeah.
yeah.
So the surgery was 7 hours long, and 6 hours of them I was awake, on the
Wow.
surgical table, communicating through this whole process,
Holy cow.
which in itself was, you know, just nuts. I mean,
That is pretty wild.
Were they
you talk
asking
about,
you questions during the
oh,
surgery?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What
They're
the?
asking me questions and tell me to repeat things. It's a sunny day in Sacramento is one of the ones that I will go to my deathbed remembering. Um, and and then they would pull on my fingers and hand and make me do this type of thing. And so I mean
Wow.
you're totally alert, which is pretty crazy, but the brain doesn't have any pain receptors in it.
Oh.
But it's a bowl of jelly up there, and
Yeah.
they're pinpointing this little wire the size of a hair, multiple wires in a certain spot that doesn't affect your speech, your smell, or your taste, or your vision, or whatever. I mean, it's very, very precise.
Wow.
While your skull is
Yeah.
bolted to a table, and it just was bizarre.
Wow.
But I will tell you, I did not feel one single pain at all. I mean, I felt a little pressure and I could hear everything and all the conversations and
Mhm.
participate, but I didn't
Yeah.
feel any pain at all, which was nuts.
That is pretty wild. So you didn't hear oops?
Yeah. No, what I did hear, which I thought was pretty crazy, is the sales rep, the guy that comes to your bike shop and sells you tires.
Yeah.
There's one of those guys that sells these products to the hospital, right?
Uh-huh.
He's in the surgery and he's telling the surgeon what to do. I mean, he's right there. My rep was Quinn, which he was awesome, man. He and I are
Huh.
becoming friends, which is cool.
Yeah.
From the company, the brand that I have in my body is called Medtronics, and he's right there, and schooling the surgeon, the neurosurgeon, on lock that thing in place, and click click, and all those things. It was pretty crazy. So in the meantime, after that surgery, they coil up the wire, right?
Mhm.
Cap my brain and send me back to the ICU. And 5 days later, they run the wires down the side of my head, which I can feel right here, down my neck into a transmitter that's in my chest right here. It looks like a Oreo cookie, if you will.
Okay.
And that shoots electric shocks into my brain at certain intervals and certain intensities and to alleviate the tremors. Just crazy, crazy
Wow.
science.
That's
So
wild.
Was this the whole thing? Was it done in one surgery, or did you have
two,
multiple?
two surgeries,
Oh,
5 days
sorry if I
apart.
missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The brain was one, and then the connecting of the leads,
Okay.
implanting the brake cable onto the lever. So
Wow.
and that was a few weeks ago. So I'm still in recovery.
Okay.
My stitches are dissolving, and I'm still kind of getting used to it.
Hmm.
I shot some video prior to bring people up to speed. If you haven't seen it, it's on my Facebook page. But
Yeah. Go
um,
check that out, you guys, after the show. It's pretty cool to see
it
the
is
before
pretty
and after.
mind-boggling. I wanted to get video from the surgeons,
Yeah.
but hospitals have policies, and if he says "oops," I don't think he wanted it on camera, and
Right.
but I wanted to get in there with everything. But
Take a
it's pretty
selfie while they're
nuts.
working.
Pretty nutty.
Yeah.
Where does the where's the electricity come from that goes through the brake cables and all that?
So the electricity is here in my chest, and picture that as it's a little battery charger, or a jump charger that you would jump your battery with. And I actually wear a neck pillow that charges my battery inside me, that I wear about twice a week to recharge that battery, and all wirelessly, just like my iPhone right here, where it's a little magnet, and
Yeah.
Right.
it's the same technology.
Huh.
And then it's controlled by an Android device made by Samsung. It looks like a phone, but I literally, connect to it via Bluetooth, and it says therapy is on, or therapy is at, left side is at 1.2, and I can adjust that up or down. And
Oh, you adjust it.
well, technically, yes. They have me, I can't adjust above a certain number.
Okay.
But yeah, I could turn it off. And if I turned it off right now with you and I speaking here,
Hmm.
I literally would be doing this.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm relatively smooth. I'm a little nervous because of,
Right.
speaking today.
Sure.
Um, and my next visit, I'm going to tell them that, I'm going to go, hey, I get a little nervous when I speak in public. And I have heard my friend Davis Finney, he has the same company. And I've heard he has two pre-programmed settings, one for everyday life, which is pretty calm, and then one that he gets and that he turns everything up a little bit for when
Ah.
he speaks in a big environment, room of 500 people, he gets nervous, and so on. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have, you know, one for the semis and one for the main.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
No, that makes sense. I can see, your nerves get a little jittery and stuff when you're getting in front of a
sure.
whole bunch of people and talking, and yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
I mean, I can watch a movie, and if it's a chase scene,
Hmm.
I get excited because that's adrenaline and,
Right.
dopamine. Your body, Parkinson is depriving your body of dopamine.
Ah.
And so the current market, the only supplement that's out there, all Parkinson's patients take it from day one, is a thing called carbidopa. And it's dopamine, it's synthetic dopamine. And we
Okay.
pop that pill, and it tricks our body into going, hey, he needs more dopamine. Here it is. We're going to feed it to him.
Mm.
The problem is your body becomes benign or resistant to dopamine. So you're constantly increasing the levels. When I first was diagnosed at 40, it was like 1 pill a day.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm up to 7 pills plus a patch that I wear that does a time release version of that all the time. And because my body was kind of becoming immune to uh, dopamine. So there's no cure for Parkinson's, so I'm not giving up the fight. Um, I know that someday I will die from this currently. Um, and the fight now is to just make my quality of life better
Mm-hmm.
and allow me to function on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So there is still a need for people to fight for it and bring awareness to it, and that's what my mission has been of late.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we're hitting somebody right now that go, hey, I've never heard of that procedure.
Sure.
I'm going to check that out for myself, or a loved one.
I literally have had when I posted those videos, I was saying, I think I had 50,000 views on one of them.
Wow.
And most of those people were not from my immediate circle. And I have people reaching out to me, hey, I'm thinking about having it, or my dad has Parkinson's. Tell me a little more about that procedure, or, thank you for sharing it, because it's pretty private. And,
Yeah.
I just want people to be aware of it,
Yeah.
And certainly those videos, even though I hate shooting them because it's not about me. It's about what's happening. I don't want it to be about me. It's about a faceless person going through something that,
Yeah. But
seeing what they're going through.
Yeah,
So
but I think you're informing people that may not know about this. Hey, this might be something. Like I said, it's something that might work for them or for a loved one or a friend.
Absolutely.
So you get this done. You said it helps with the quality of life. When you have the shaking part, the tremors, and this calms the tremors down, what does that do internally for you? I hope I'm asking that the right way.
Yeah, no. You're right. So a good example is two things. There's rigidity from your body. And then rigidity, I would describe as, you lift up on your left arm and push down on your right arm, and think about doing that all day long. So every time I lift my arm or walk, there's something fighting me. There's a rigidity. It's just, for lack of a better term, freaking draining. It's just tiring. And the other way I describe the tremors is, remember those back in the day, we had those things with spring. We used to squeeze them.
Oh, yeah.
Strengthen our forearms, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, those. Yeah.
So pick up one of those tomorrow and just squeeze it all day long. And then all night long. And then when you're ready to quit and eat, keep squeezing it. It's just, there's no rest for your body. And you are just physically and just mentally and emotionally just drained. That's what I hope to get relief from. Now, the doctor said, our goal is about 50% reduction in your tremors.
Mm-hmm.
Could be as high as 80%. And also with that, they're going to try to reduce my medication intake. So decrease my medication, increase the shocking in my brain, and hopefully that balance reduces my tremors. Well, I can tell you that my tremors are virtually almost gone as far as I've noticed. Now, it's obvious that I'm tremoring right now.
Right.
But again, this environment, it'd be real bad. It'd be real bad if I turned the machine off.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I can, and I did one time so far. I turned it off. This thing really working,
Right. Kind of test it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's working.
Okay.
And
that is so cool.
yeah, my daughter came over. One of my daughters came over the other day, and she's a nurse, and she was looking at me, and I was holding my grandson, and she just started crying. She goes, "My God," she goes, "it's just so weird, you know." I don't have a tremor, and I'm like, I know it's it's weird for me too. I do that same thought. I go, I'm kind of relearning again everything.
I can understand that a little bit because you're used to having that tremoring going on, and you
Yeah,
adapted to it, so you can do, I don't pick up a fork and take a bite
yep,
of food. So you adapted to that. Now you don't have that, so you have to readapt.
yep. I try to describe it. I said, what if you walked and you drug your right leg every day? You know, you're like Quasimodo. And
Right.
all of a sudden one day you just start taking steps and you're walking. You're like, it's just it's not possible.
Yeah.
But it's real life miracle, you know.
Mm.
Yeah. That is so
So,
awesome. That is so awesome. So do
so
you find you're not physically drained as early in the day as you were with the tremors
yes.
being less?
Yes, I do feel a sense of energy. I feel my psychological position is and I'll be quite honest with you, I was starting to give up. And I'm quite sure that I was in a deep depression this past year, and everything was suffering. I just was tired, man.
Yeah.
I didn't look forward to hardly anything. And now I just kind of have a little bit of a bounce in my step. And, you know, I just feel a physical sense of energy. And, you know, I'm on my way back. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, it is truly amazing.
I should,
Yeah,
I should say that's rad.
it's rad. Yeah. And it's amazing the BMX community, you know, because that's my little circle is the BMX world,
Yeah.
has just I mean, thousands of people have reached out to me and you know encouraged me and patted me on the back and you know given me support and helped me and it I can't tell you how rewarding that is from a community standpoint, right?
Sure.
It's pretty amazing. So
That's great.
I can second how supportive the BMX community is. It's
yeah.
pretty,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's family, bro.
pretty. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
something else. It can get somebody choked up
Brotherhood.
pretty quick. Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
It is the brotherhood. I will guarantee that.
so now you metal worked even before the deep brain stimulation surgery that you had, and does it not with this happening? It would seem very easy to answer this question. Well, it's going to make it easier. But you had said when you were on the show before, I remember because you were making, I think you were making the trophies for Frogtown or somewhere, and
Yeah.
I, you know, like they were like, how do you make them with Parkins? And you had said that it's like something you do that helps with it. Now with the relief, is it still the same? Does it still help? Does it help more?
That is ironic that you should ask. So kind of right now, everything's up in the air. You know, most of my stuff was metal work, and I did a
Yeah,
lot of welding, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm with the doctor and the rep and you know everybody 2 weeks after the surgery, I'm in the office with them, and you know the rep says, now remember, you know, you can't go through TSA, you know, and you can't, you know, if you're going to get an MRI, you got to turn the machine on to this MRI, you know, setting and all this kind of crazy stuff, and you know, and no TIG welding or arc welding, and I just went, no arc welding, what? So, you know, right now, to be honest with you, I have not welded
okay,
anything since the surgery, and that may become a problem. So I don't know what I'm going to do on that field right now. But with that said, I actually bought a plasma table, not knowing anything about this, well before I had started the surgery journey. And a lot of the things that I'm making now, I'm making on a computer design, a CAD design, and then cutting them out on my plasma table, which I can run. And then if I have to have some welding done, maybe one of my sons will do it. Who knows? We'll see.
Is there a reason why you can't weld? Is it?
It has something to do with the electricity.
Okay, that's
electricity.
All right, I didn't want to assume.
And arcing to potential. I'm thinking it's a potential shorting out of the battery pack would be my guess.
It's a lot of electricity too.
Right? Yeah. And so, to be honest with you, I just haven't had the heart to call them and say, look, this is my Miller welder, blah, 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 blah. Is this on the no-fly zone? And I don't want to hear the answer right now. I'll save that till after Frogtown and so on.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Now, before you show the what you've been working on, I wanted to take a second, and so this was something you made for us.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So that's computer. That's design on my computer, and then cut out of steel on my plasma table, all hand done, and then hand bent and painted, and the graphics and everything. It's a little clock. It's pretty cool.
It is. We keep it here on the back on the bar. It's super cool.
Yeah.
So to take it another step further, I always look at a bike, right? I know you guys do this, and probably all of your listeners look at a BMX bike and go, "What can I make? What would be cool? What's the next widget? What's the next Steve Veltman rad cap?"
There's a callback right there. There you go.
Right?
Pit kit.
Right? I mean, we
Don't
all
forget.
do it. I do it almost obsessively, just because that's just how I am. But
yeah. Well, that would
one
be
of
like
the
your
things that I, would go into these bike shows and races, and bikes were laying all over, or they're using the Toby's bike stand, the THE, which is super cool.
Yep.
But I wanted to look more motocross. I want, everybody picks up their motocross bike and sets it on the stand, and it just, the back wheel sits up, and it's just badass looking, right? Super moto. Well, I came out with this, where I'm going to be debuting this stand, and here's an example of the finished product. It's called ProWorks. They're all handmade by me. So it's cut out of my plasma table. This is a flat piece of steel. It's I think it's 18 gauge mild steel. And then I bend it into a triangular shape, stand. And then we have 10 different graphics kits. You can pick your color combination.
Okay.
And this is 3D printed by my son. It's a block that cradles your bottom bracket, whether it be oversized or European or any size. And this is my stabilizer arm, which it velcros around your down tube. It's fully adjustable, or you just set your bike in there and it just rests on there, or you can velcro if it's a windy day.
Okay.
And it really does hold the bike. We're going to do custom, and we're going to do semi-custom. This would be a stock one right here, one of the colors. Yep. Semi-custom would be something like this, where it's a stock color and you want to drop your name in there and your number, and that would be $5 more or whatever. And then full custom would be if a team approached me and they said, we want our own custom color and graphics and individual numbers for the whole team or whatever. And they're going to sell for somewhere around between $80 and $90. But they're heavy. I mean, this is real steel.
You know what I think when I see that? Is those would make cool I mean, first of all, exactly what they do, but
right.
That would be an awesome at a bike show.
Yes.
First, second, third.
Oh, an award.
That'd be a great award, man.
That's funny you say that. Great minds think alike.
Yeah.
Well, I approached Mark Darcy, and this was going to be the award this past year at Dirty Fest for. He needed me to make 5 of them, best in show, best in class, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
And I was all ready to do it, and I literally had brain surgery, and that was my excuse why I didn't follow through. But maybe coming up next year, it's definitely something. I make the steel part. I send them out to I make them. I grind them and finish them. I fold them and then I send them to the powder coater. The only thing I don't do is I don't paint them. So my goal is at some point is to have these in stock, and you pick up the phone and or go online and place an order on my website, and I stick the decal on or throw it in the box, and they're ready to go. So I will be able to do awards versions of that. Not on a big scale, but, 3, 4, or 5 of them,
Oh, that is cool.
So.
Well, I was just saying this, I'm seeing more and more bike shows getting bigger and bigger.
Right.
This is like in the racing scene where they have, something, and then the bike show's there at the track too.
Sure.
The handful of tracks that I've been to that do this every year, the show just gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
There's your guy to call right there.
Well, the cool thing about it, right, is the winning bike. Let's say you just do one for X show for just best in show, the grand prize. It gets the bike that won it sits on the product.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it could say, Frogtown, best in show or best in class or whatever.
Right.
Blah, blah, 2025.
Yeah. Best pre 1990 or whatever
class you have.
The division you make it up to. Yeah. Those are really cool.
They are cool. I mean, I think they're cool. Sometimes I'm a little close to the forest to see the trees.
I think they're cool.
But I think they're pretty neat. Now, how do you scale up and monetize it and still make it affordable? And
that's where it gets tricky. You don't want to lose money on it, but you don't want to scare away people from buying it either.
Absolutely.
There's
a lot of things. There's material costs, and then then I have the powder coater, and then I have the decal, and then I have shipping, and even if I do all the work, I'm not going to retire on this thing, but
no,
I think it'd be pretty cool to see them out there in the world. So it is coming. So
I guess the custom stuff you could, if you wanted one that had a Redline logo on it, you could do that. You could wanted something with a Patterson logo on it. If you had an old school bike you wanted to put on there you go.
Absolutely. Or, its intention is to be out in the modern day world, right?
Yeah.
I think if I could get a couple modern day icons to say, hey, send me one of those, I would. And once that happened, it would be accepted in the world of racing.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and
Justin said he'll take one.
I mean, I'll buy one. I'm not taking one, but I'll.
Well, that's
I
didn't mean take.
I don't know where I fall in under icon. I feel like it's more of never has been. But I'll gladly get them out there.
Your has been like the rest of us.
Never has been.
I don't think I ever had
my drapes a little bit.
I don't know if there was a time I was a Ben. That's the thing.
That's I was thinking too. Was I ever a Ben? I don't think so.
Come on.
Hey,
so just like me, bro.
I'm gonna quick story from Mike Miranda. He said, "Can I please share a story about who John really is?"
Oh boy.
He said in the middle of all the surgeries he's going through, he took time out to reach out to his daughter, Mike's daughter, who is having a similar surgery as John. He didn't tell him, Mike didn't tell him what she was going through. John found out all on his own, contacted Mike's daughter. That's the kind of example of why John Cruz is Mike Miranda's hero.
Yeah.
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Well, cool. And he doesn't talk about it, but his daughter, Miranda, severe cases of epilepsy, and she and I were going through the same thing at the same time, and we discovered each other, and she was good inspiration for me. And she's like, dude, you can do this. And I'd never met Miranda.
Uh-huh.
And she's pushing through it too. And I remember she made a post, I hate to say it, but the vanity, she's the hardest thing is dealing with the shaving of her head.
Uh-huh.
And I went into my surgery not knowing. I was thinking, are they going to shave over here or over there? And the dude walks in and he goes, hey, somebody ordered a barber. And I'm like, I guess it was me, and next thing I know it was, and it was bald in like seconds. I was like, I didn't even have time to prepare for that,
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, isn't it ironic, the things that you go through or worry about?
Oh, yeah.
An hour later, I'm like, this dude's in the middle of my brain while I'm talking to him.
Tying a bunch of wires to it.
Haircut. So, yeah, nutty, huh?
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Tommy Yaley, I hope I got the last name right.
Yeah.
He said he echoes a similar story to what Mike said on how you had called him out of the blue while he was having a difficult time. He also stated he'll be ordering one of the bike stands too.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, man. Anybody who struggles with their friends that have problems, and you feel it through them, and they show empathy and passion for their loved ones and friends is who I want to be around. And Tommy is one of those guys, he's just good people. So
yeah, that's cool. I like that.
So you decided not to keep the shaved head?
I wanted to, just because it's like, it's so easy, but dude, I look like this bowling ball, and I was like, I'm not that fat, I'm in denial. And so, I'm just letting it grow back. Now I'm second guessing it. I mean, it's pretty damn thin here, boys. It's like I'm gonna have a hair sticking up like this, but with nothing in the middle.
Yeah,
that's why I wear hats, dude. I got these peaks back here that keep going farther and farther back.
I know.
Yeah, I get that too right here.
Yeah,
keeps going.
It is what it is, brother.
I blame it on helmet friction.
Helmet friction.
Helmet friction.
That's what I blame it on.
Oh, that's funny.
That's cool.
I hadn't thought about that. I can use that.
I ain't losing any hair just from wearing my helmet all the time.
Yeah. We want to. Speaking of friends supporting friends, that shirt you have on, the shirt you sent us, give us a little story about that shirt.
So the Pattersons, who are my dear friends, just personal friends, right?
Yep.
They have supported me in a lot of ways. And each year at Frogtown, Brent has thrown a private party called the Legends Night at his home. And in return, he says, hey, Vance Patterson initiated this, but he goes, design me a t-shirt and I'm going to pay for it, and you sell them and give 100% of the dollars to charity of your choice, Parkinson's. And so we've done that every year, and we've raised, last year, to give you an idea, we raised $4,000 from a stupid t-shirt sale in one night. And I mean, it takes a village, right?
For sure.
So this year, Vance comes to me and he says, hey, remember this picture of Brent hitting Stu and bermshotting him, way back when? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, I want to see if with Stu's approval, if that would be okay to put on the t-shirt. So I got Stu approved it. He got a kick out of it. And we actually took the photo and we put it together. I'll show you what the back looks like. Can you see that?
Yep. Yep. I mean, yep.
And so we're selling these t-shirts and we're hoping to raise $6,000 this year. They're $20 a piece at Frogtown. Yep. Or I have been selling them online for $25 because I got to pay the shipping to get to you.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, they're just an incredible family. We have on there the Hall of Fame logo for 2025. It's the NorCal BMX Hall of Fame on the front, and then the Patterson's Legend Party logo that I created on the back. So that's 100% Brent, Brian, and Vance Patterson driven. So
yeah. So we'll put a link in.
That's what I was digging out.
Yeah,
I'll find it.
Yeah, there's pictures and stuff in there.
I'm more interested in this picture right here.
You got to put it up on the screen.
This one right
there. You go.
Look at that. That's a fine. That is a nice haircut right there.
That was 5 minutes after Mr. Haircut Dude came in there, and 30 minutes before cracking that skull open. But yeah, that was
gosh.
That was going into the surgery. Yeah.
Oh, you definitely could pull that off.
Yeah, my wife said no way.
No,
she goes,
you can't pull it off then.
Nope.
Yeah.
We're not going against the wife.
She'll look at me and she go, "You're gonna wear that?" And I'm like, "Okay, no, I was just putting it on to get ready to not go out." She goes, "Oh, okay."
Oh, I get that too, John. Are you really wearing that? No, I would guess not.
She's like, "Those are stripes and plaid, right?" Well, what's wrong with either one of them?
Wait, that's
nothing,
what this is called?
but not together,
Yeah, you can't wear those with your checkered Vans. That looks really stupid.
Exactly. Yeah, no kidding.
Jason Chang commented on the number plate, your Arrow number plate behind you.
Yep.
He wanted to know exactly the size of how large that was.
My Arrow number plate. Which one? So, are you talking about the one on the bike here?
Yeah, hold on.
I think so.
Yeah.
So that is a repop version from what's his name? I'm drawing a total blank. God, that's horrible. But he basically made me that plate. I made a couple of them to kind of commemorate that particular moment in time.
Does that go up on your handlebars? Like where the lightning bolts are?
Goes up. Yeah.
It does?
Yeah, it's
wow.
Haro inspired design.
Oh.
Yeah, they actually go up almost to the brake lever.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the clock he made.
Yes. Yeah.
That's funny. That was the inspiration of that clock, and that clock came out of Frogtown's first year when Todd tasks me with, he says, design a trophy that you can make one and then we can have it reproduced. And so I designed the original Frogtown trophy, was a number plate inspired by Oakley grips and a Haro inspired design with the lightning bolts cut out of it. And that was the first year's trophy. I thought, man, we could turn that into a really cool wall art or a clock that would sit on the counter. And
yeah,
that's where that clock came from.
Yeah.
Where can they order the T-shirts from?
So the T-shirts, I hate to say it, but if you, the only thing I'm offering is Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
And if you just go to my Facebook page, if you will, and I'll put a post up there and pin it up to the top. It'll just basically Venmo me directly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm taking that cash and I'm piling it into a big envelope and I'm donating it to the Davis Finney Foundation, which is dear to my heart, for people living with Parkinson's and their caregivers. So 100% of the money goes to them. There's no administrative fees, and literally I think it cost me $5.50 to ship. So everything else is going right to it. Yeah, there you go. You got it posted.
Yeah, I found it.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
That's awesome.
This is
So that's the front and the back of the shirt.
Correct. Tells you a little bit about the process and what it's all about. There's also 4X for those that are robust, good for you.
Yeah.
And so anywhere from I think it's small through 4X.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
and
somebody needs a night
again,
shirt.
we're going to be selling these out at Frogtown. They will be $20. Otherwise, online they'll be $25, and they will ship right to your door. And I literally, I fold them and put them in there and ship them the next day, and I send you a copy of the tracking number. And everybody's gotten them so far.
Yep. No,
And they've gone as far away as Australia already.
Oh, wow.
So,
oh, there you go.
Very
international.
International.
There we go. I like it. So everybody go get your cool t-shirt. It's only going to be around for a limited time, and you're helping out a great organization.
Absolutely.
You were going to talk about the jersey you have.
Oh, yeah. So you guys, you had asked me earlier, Justin, do you have any old stuff? What do you have? And I'm like, I didn't keep hardly anything. I hate to say it, but
yeah.
When I was done with it, it was given away or thrown out at a crowd or, I lived to race that day, and then when the day was over, it was done, right?
Yeah.
We didn't think we were going to be these vintage collectors and all that stuff, or even popular. We were just kids racing bikes, and one of them has to be my jersey. And I may have told this story before. If I have, you're going to hear it again. But I never kept a jersey, so. This whole time I see everybody's jersey everywhere. And so my wife one day, she would hear these stories about I never kept my jersey. Well, the Facebook guru, if you will, she somehow found somebody in Nebraska that apparently 35 years ago, I came across the finish line and took my red line jersey off and threw it to this little kid. And he had it hanging in his closet for 35 years.
What? Wow.
God, my witness, this is a true story. And he sent it to my wife. And she framed it and surprised me on a Father's Day. And I was like, my actual jersey that I had 35 years ago. And this was about 5 years ago. So the story goes back. It would be, so let's say 40 years. Yeah. And I have that original jersey in a case. And through, as of late, and nobody knows this, but I've been thinking about some things, and I think I'm going to donate this to the ABA Hall of Fame, or the American Bicycle USA, or whatever the hell they're called nowadays.
National BMX Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think I'm going to donate it to them and let them put it on the wall, because they've asked me a few times.
Oh,
yeah. Can we get a jersey from you? And some of those I suspect are repops and this, that, or the others, but I have the original.
That's really cool. Well, it'll be there forever.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I've donated a lot of things over the years to different people. I donated my helmet to that Hall of Fame, the Menno.
The Menno helmet.
The MENO, just because it was so weird and unique and iconic for one reason or another.
Well, you kept one of those, but you didn't keep any of the other stuff.
No, yeah. I didn't even keep the Menno. I was back, I think it was my cousin back in Chicago ended up saying, "Hey, John, we found this in our basement." And I'm like, "Hell yeah, send me that thing." And I ended up looking at it and I was like, "Oh my God,"
Oh, they're so different looking, man. Do they have like rubber on them or something?
Dude, they were one step above Eric Carter's,
Oh, his
foam ice chest
ice
cooler.
chest helmet.
Yeah. Not much, but just a step above. And
Oh,
yeah, they were they were a product of the times. And so
yeah.
yeah, I've donated some things to them. I do have a piece of art that's in the Hall of Fame that I created, which is pretty cool. It's a big RL logo for Redline, and it's got all these cogs and wheels and sprockets, and it
Oh,
lights
cool.
up and it's steel, and that's in the Hall of Fame, and
Yeah,
pretty cool stuff.
that's great. Okay. Well,
So,
that's really cool that jersey found its way back to you. That's awesome.
isn't that great? And like I said, I walk by it. It's in my hallway right around the corner from this office here.
Huh.
I walk by it and I'm like, I mean, it has meaning to me. And I thought,
Hmm.
I'll leave it for my kids. And they don't care. They got dad. They don't need the jersey, right?
Yeah, they don't
And
understand.
yeah, and it's not that they don't appreciate what I'm going to leave, but
Yeah.
they'd much rather have my car than that, I'm sure. So
Uh,
they can fight over that. And I think the public would rather see the jersey out there in the BMX family. So
sure, sure. So, do you have a cool car? Or...
of course, man, you gotta
I
have a cool
figured you
car in
would.
California. I have a cabriolet Porsche 911 S4. So it means it's all-wheel drive and it's the S model with the big hips on it, and nothing like a
Nice.
Porsche. So
Yeah.
yeah, you gotta have one of those,
You got to have one of those.
right?
I got a Matchbox one.
Right.
Oh, that's
I've had a
cool.
couple of them in my lifetime, and they're pretty darn cool. And
Yeah.
I'm broke as the rest of us, but I got that cool car. Which reminds me, I grew up very, very poor. My dad was in the military when he met my mom, and he put himself through college and et cetera, et cetera. Worked at a gas station during the day, and by no means had an easy life. And
Yeah.
20 years old when I was born, and we lived in an apartment for 8 years, and it was government subsidized housing. This one apartment for 8 years. And he and my mom shared a car. They had one car. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, by any means, not well off,
Hmm.
but we owned an airplane.
An airplane?
We owned an airplane and
You crap.
that I get a kick out of that, and I
Wait.
go, God, did Dad have his priorities so whacked out, or did he really have his priorities in line? And as an adult now, I think I'd kind of live that same motto. I'm broke, but I got a Porsche. Yeah, we had an airplane, and I don't know if you had enough money to fill it with fuel, but we would fly on the weekends. We would go for a week Sunday drive. We'd go for a Sunday fly.
Really?
And we'd go back to our apartment and share the car, and
Oh, wow.
crazy, crazy life, right?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Yep. Good
Well,
old pops.
you had told, you had said before we started the recording here, you were in high school and had a real fancy car from your racing.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
and we're talking about, the cool kids in high school were the football players, right? The football players and basically any high school sport, you were a stud, right? And
Right? Yeah.
and I grew up in a little town called Lodi, and I went to Tokay High, and I at that point I had a BMW, and I had a Nissan full drive all lifted, um,
Oh,
and brand new, and
this is in high school, right?
yeah. And I wasn't a cool kid, but I definitely turned some heads, and they were like, "What's up with this?" Right?
yeah.
Um,
And you bought these with money you made racing BMX.
Racing BMX,
Yeah.
I'm sure my parents helped me, and there was definitely no, as we all know, I didn't win a lot of races. The Brent, the Bryans, and the Stu Thompson and Greg Hills of the world were the real BMX racers.
Yeah.
But I'd make that contingency money for that magazine cover or whatever and squeak by another car payment. But I remember when I bought my truck, everybody had Toyota four-wheel drive lifted trucks, mini trucks in SoCal. That was the R.L. Osborne, Mike Buff had the.
Well, you saw that in the BMX Action, BMX Plus magazines.
Oh, dude, they set the tone, and everybody wanted one of those, right?
I did.
Surprised you didn't, dude.
I did. I didn't.
And I remember I was on summer tour, and we raced every weekend, right? And we traveled the next town in between during the week. I would send back money if I won, whatever money it was, and it wasn't a lot, but back then trucks didn't cost that much. They seemed like a lot to us, right?
Sure.
But I would Western Union my winnings back every week. Yeah, Western Union, and send money back. And I said, Dad, when you get enough money, go buy me a truck. Okay, son, what do you want? And I said, I want a Toyota. I really want this, that, and the other. And I came home. My dad says, hey, I bought you a truck. Got it ready for you, because he went down and got enough money, and here's your truck. He bought a Nissan. And I'm like, dude, that's not a Toyota. That doesn't have, 40-inch tires and everything. And, so that was my first mini truck, was a Nissan four-wheel drive. It turned out cool, but it wasn't a Toyota,
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You bought this with BMX money.
Sure.
You just stated though, you weren't exactly like the top tier guy. You were there. You were making your money, but
he's making mains.
Yeah, but I think man, I don't know in today's world if even some of the main makers are making money to buy a truck.
It was different then, dude. And the contingency stuff he was talking about is huge.
Contingency was where it was at for me anyway. And again, it's no secret, I was not a good trained racer. I mean, I didn't do gate starts and all the practice and the fitness levels like the guys that the Pete Lonkeroviches and the Stu Thompsons and the Brent Pattersons and the Brian Pattersons. They were obsessed with training and winning. I was obsessed with jumping my bike and riding it, and then chasing girls. Period.
Nothing wrong with that.
Hey, but he would get magazines and stuff because he's jumping, doing like rad stuff jumping. That's what would get you in the magazine, right?
Yeah, you get in a magazine. What people don't know is, let's say you went out and won Waterford Oaks, which I think one year I won 2 classes there, right?
You doubled, yeah. Yes, you did.
I doubled. And
got to contact John's historian of Waterford Oaks for John Cruz, Chris Beer.
which
I was there.
I'm kind of winging it, but I might have walked away with $500. Okay, so what is that in today's market? I don't know, maybe $2,500.
Okay,
right?
Okay,
in cash. Well, I got a magazine cover out of that. I got a centerfold. I got, this, that, and the other. And because I was running a Amy grip, I got another 500. And then I was running a Patterson paid me X for winning.
Yeah.
And then, Nike at one point, was paying me to wear their shoes and so on and so on and so on. So now I just got another $5,000 in today's market
from contingencies.
Yeah,
from contingencies.
So it's like how many different contingencies would there be? Just ballpark. I mean, are we talking 3 or 4 or 10?
If you was a hoe, there was 10.
Hey, if it's paying that kind of money, you just put me on a street corner, dude. I'd be out there with
That's
all
right.
of them.
Absolutely. And I mean, and the goofier the product, the bigger the contingency. If it was a minnow helmet, hell, you would making some
Dude, I gotta
cash.
look this up. What is this called? Minnow?
Contingency.
MENO.
MENO.
I think it was
It was
through
distributed
Fox.
and imported. It was made in Finland, I believe, and it was brought into the States by Fox.
Yeah, Fox had it. Yeah.
Fox was the U.S. importer, and
Yeah.
at that time, Brent was
like
riding a Fox pant, and
yeah.
you know, I got a lot of sponsorship because of Brent and Brian, because Vance kind of threw me in. He said, "Well, you get Brent for $5,000 a month, and you get Brian for another $4,000 a month because he was younger, and hell, throw in Cruise and you get him for free, or for $100 a month." And so I got a lot of sponsorship, and Menno happened to be one of them.
Yeah, it's
And
MENO.
I've said that story real quick. Menno, there was two things. Menno, either the manufacturer would pay you a monthly salary, right, for using that product, plus contingencies that you pre-negotiated for national win, for a magazine cover, centerfold, et cetera, et cetera.
So just so folks understand that, so if you got a magazine cover and you had the helmet on and let's say a sticker on the number plate or a patch on the jersey, then you would get paid from that particular company, whoever it be.
That's correct. They would send you a check, and it was based on your contract with them. And so that's how you would negotiate, because we didn't have agents at that point. We were just all negotiating our own deal.
Sure.
And Brent Vance went to Menno, who was Fox, and he tells him, "Brent, you want a percentage of sales. You want to own this company. You want, $100 or $10 or whatever that magical number was for everyone sold in America." Right?
Right.
What do you want, John? I just want $100 a month. That's all I want, right? I'm the only one that ever got paid because I don't think they ever sold a freaking helmet. So,
they were goofy.
That old saying is, the pie, you either want a slice of it or do you want the whole pie?
Right.
Brent was going for the whole pie. I just want a little slice. I'm the only one that got a slice.
That's funny.
We got a
because at that time I think it was Harry was wearing it. I think Mike Polson from Schwinn. Certainly there was Brent and me, and I was on Redline. He was on Patterson.
Yep.
And I got a check for whatever length of the contract was, which wasn't much, but might have been, heck, I don't even know. Maybe it was $50 a month.
Shoot, that's pretty good. Free helmet and $50 a month.
Got a couple. We have a question for you coming in through the chat here. So wherever you guys are watching, in the comment section, if you've got questions or a comment you want to share, just go ahead and put it in there. This is from Jason Chang. Kind of ties into like how you were saying you get the covers, you had the good style. He said, I've been criticized for saying today's kids have no style. John, being one of the most stylish riders ever, what does he think about the pics of kids today trying to get rad?
Well, without being too hard on kids, the tracks aren't super conducive to being stylish, right?
It's a good point.
They're all slow and go and fast and point A to point B. But is it Jason that put that question?
Yeah.
Yes, you are right. It's a different era, if that's what I'm hearing. And style is just, I can't explain style. It's like, for me, it's watching somebody in motocross hit a double that's 40 feet apart with the throttle twisted and just floating through the air like butter, It's just badass, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to just hitting it straight on. It just doesn't compare. But again, it's just a lot of the areas are just not conducive, or I should say, a lot of the tracks are not conducive to any style. They're just pedaling.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're not good and fast, and I can't admire and appreciate them, but it definitely style is not part of the description, in my opinion.
Yeah. And I think you're right. I think part of that is the track, the way it's laid out. Because, today it's very technical. There's a lot of jumps and rollers all in a row. Boom, 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 boom. Where back in the 80s and that, there'd be a straightaway and there may be a double.
Sure.
Or a tabletop where you could,
or
get lined up. A water jump. Yeah. I never raced a track with a water jump, but
everything had a lip on it, right?
Yeah.
Everything had the ability for you to just hit it and get in the air and stall. And that was my sweet spot. If you look at this painting that somebody sent me of that jump right there.
Oh yeah.
Right. That's not about going fast. That's about hitting it, going straight up and just stalling and then coming back down, right? It was all about flow and fluid and style.
Yeah.
And I joke about not being a great racer. I know I could ride a bike. I mean, I know what I could do and what I couldn't do. And what I could do is I could jump the shit out of it. And I had style and I had fluid and I had, I could ride, but I just didn't have the discipline to train. And I rode because I like to ride, not because I wanted to win this weekend.
I got to echo. Jason said he loves that picture, and I do too.
Cool.
That jump, that trick, that maneuver is
a cruise.
One of my favorite, whether it's done today or old school. Just that back end kick out, handlebar, nice square, and that always just to me looks super cool. You still got a number plate on it. It's just that you're kicked in, kind of tucked in a little bit behind the bike, and that bike's just floating forward. So if you're listening on the podcast, pause and flip over and see the video so you can see the picture we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, there's a couple jumps out there that are just iconic. I think this is an iconic one.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
One of them that comes to mind is Larry doing what's known as a Larry.
Correct.
Or Tim Judge just boosting. Tim Judge is a great athlete. God, he was good.
Yeah.
Or Hollywood just falling off the back of the bike and just floating through the sky and just stalling until he straightens out and lands. I mean, those are just iconic.
Yeah, Mike was one of those guys that could just launch it and.
Yeah. You tell Stu Thompson, go out there and get some style. And I've seen Stu pull some things off, but in general,
this
But you put him on a track, and man, he scared me. He was like thunder. You know
that one for me sound like it fall in that mid-school pocket.
Yeah,
that's Vic Murphy's one-footed table. I had that picture in various incarnations in so many of my apartments.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Because it just, like, tabletops, like what John's saying, that Larry, that body English whip right there, those are the ones that, like, style never gets old.
No.
Well, that's a great photo.
Yeah.
If that's not BMX, I don't know what the hell it is.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Another thing just popped in my head, maybe part of the style being different now is everybody now, back in the day, you raced in Vans.
Well,
or Nikes, right? Tennis shoes. Now everybody's got clip shoes.
Yeah, there's that for sure.
So you can't do a 1-footer with clip shoes.
Oh, you be quick.
Well, okay.
You be quick like a ninja.
Oh yeah, I'd be, and I grew up in the cycling world. I owned a bike shop for 30 years after BMX, and I rode centuries, 100-mile rides, and mountain bike races, and I've done it all.
Yeah.
And clipless, for lack of a better term, has its place, and it's not on a BMX track of my era.
No, I have an issue with it myself. I've never done it, and I don't think I ever will do it.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Well, not to mention this photo right here that I showed, that's not on a track. And I don't know if a lot of people know that about this, but
oh,
there was a dirt pile left over, and I don't remember where we at. For some reason, it was somewhere in SoCal at a national, and in between motos to keep busy and keep warm, I'd go out and jump or just ride around, ride wheelies. This was a dirt pile that Oz just happened to be at, sitting right in. I hit the jump and, you know, did it and landed and rode it off. And, I did 10 of them or something. And Oz just happened to be sitting there with his,
just
magical lens and shot the photo. And it's just a moment in time, but that's not on a racetrack or just happened to be, I was in full gear in between motos jumping, right?
so it's completely impromptu, nothing planned, just happened.
Just riding my bike, and Stu Thompson and Brent Patterson were back at the pits going, resting their legs for the next moto. And I'm out jumping, you know,
Right.
typical cruise. But that's that's where that came from.
Oh, that's awesome. I like it. That is so cool.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Frogtown.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's coming up.
It is. It's coming up. So you guys know, Frogtown is the brainchild of Todd Huffman.
Yeah.
And he really has a vision. And he started this whole resurgence, in my opinion, of racing vintage bikes and living the vintage life.
Yeah.
Unlike, it's not just a bike show, it's actually a vintage track that is recreated every year from back in the late 70s from Johnny Valdez back in the UBR days on the West Coast.
Okay.
And Todd's vision really has been to have a bunch of has-beens come out and shake hands with the New World BMX,
Mm-hmm.
race some actual authentic vintage BMX bikes, have vintage bike show for the collectors out there to show their stuff, and then refuel modern day racing on a vintage track. And he's recreated what's called the California Cup, which back in I think it was the 70s or 80s, was a series of tracks around California that you would go race and qualify for the Cal Cup final. Who is the greatest BMXer in 14 novice in California, right? That was,
Sure.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's recreated that. This year we have, and forgive me, I created the logo, which is about it, but he created the event. And I believe it's 16 tracks this year.
Wow.
Have had qualifiers. And if you had a certain finish, you got an e-ticket, literally a hologram type ticket that says you have qualified for the final.
Okay.
And the final is Sunday at Frogtown for the Cal Cup finals.
Okay.
Now that's on a modern day bike, right?
Modern day bike,
What a
clipless,
cool idea.
do whatever you want to do. But
Okay.
come ride a downhill track.
Okay. So the qualifiers are at regular local tracks around the state of California.
That's correct.
So you qualify there, then you can come to Frogtown on that weekend, and you race modern bikes on the vintage track for the overall of the series.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got it.
Correct. So the theory is that each track would sacrifice trophies for their local qualifier throughout the year that have a race in, let's say, Roseville, California. And they wouldn't give trophies out that day, but they would get this e-ticket if they qualified. And then that allowed them to contribute some money, their portion as a qualifying racetrack, towards Frogtown where we would have these old school giant trophies for each class.
What a neat idea.
Yeah.
I thought trophies were given out like, popcorn in the olden days. And I've learned that trophies are not trophies anymore. They're a ribbon, and sometimes they're an envelope.
They're expensive now, man.
Yes.
Well,
to get actual trophies with a little rider on the top, they're very expensive.
I saw these trophies, and they are real trophies from back in the day, and they are big and they're badass.
Nice,
sweet.
So that's kind of the. I like, and I hate to say I'm speaking for him, but I kind of know a little bit of his vision. But his vision is to embrace the past, but also fuel the future, right?
Right.
And through the only way we're going to get growth in the future of a sport is to know where you came from. And if you can combine a little bit of those, it's not them and us, or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just when you boil it down, we're just kids riding bikes, whether we're 60 or whether we're 12, right? And so he's bringing those two things together. With that said, it has been a little bit challenging with California. We're literally watching the news as we speak. I'm going to leave this meeting and go right into another Zoom call with our committee, but we are day to day, moment by moment, minute by minute. How Frogtown's going to happen right now. As far as I know, we are a go at this moment.
You're talking about the
wildfires all around that area right now.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So with that said, click in and get on your favorite website tomorrow morning. I'm waiting for answers first thing in the morning. So,
okay. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, this is a process, right? Not only is there the bike show, the Frogtown Vintage Race, the Cal Cup Classic. There's the NorCal Hall of Fame induction party.
Yeah.
There's the Patterson
Legends party.
Legends party. I mean, there's all this happening. And you talk about juggling for the past year. We have had, it takes a village. There are a ton of volunteers that have participated. So, and not to mention, sponsors and locals. And there's people coming in from all over the world. So we're all on pins and needles. We will know more in the morning. So,
well, can we pause and do the trivia real quick here?
Sounds good to me.
Try.
Yeah, all right.
I'm studying right now.
I seen you over there frantically taking notes.
I know.
Better hope Billy wasn't watching, because if Billy's watching, he goes at and he notes when you're taking notes.
Yeah, that's why. It'd probably help if I talked to the microphone.
It would.
That's why I take several notes, and now I'm trying to pick which one I'm going to use. See, it's difficult doing Melissa's world-famous trivia question, sponsored by Dye Job Apparel.
No, Krupp and Carter, Dye Job.
But I don't. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little all right, Krupp and Carter, I apologize.
That's all right.
All right, so let's see here. Okay, I know which one I'm going to go with.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
So now I get to show off.
Yeah.
All right.
Here comes the prize.
Prize pack here. So we have all kinds of great stuff. A lot of things from Motor City Harley Davidson. We'll start out. We have a tire pressure gauge. We have these really cool, what are these called? Wayfarers sunglasses. Motor City Harley Davidson. Cup koozie. We have a lanyard.
That's
from DB Sports World or
that Dye Job.
Dye Job,
yep.
And it's a special Nick Long number 64 lanyard there. We got that. We have chip clip / bottle opener from Motor City Harley Davidson. Stickers. along with our sticker pack. So we have all. There's little
This
pins.
is just like a contingency program for anybody who wins.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. This is your stickers. I see some Huffy stickers in here. I don't know if it's Huck Krinsky stickers. We got, oh gosh, DB Sports World, Dye Job Apparel. Everybody's in here. Krupp and Carter's even got some in there. Speaking of, we have a, what do we got here? I'm going to have to read this.
You got it? I don't care who you are.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you.
I got it. All right. I don't care who you are in life. As an adult, as a young boy, you had a cool BMX. So there and there's the front of it from Krupp and Carter.
Krupp and Carter clothing. And put it all together in this Motor City Harley Davidson backpack.
Plus, I'll throw in a T-shirt from the Hall of Fame Brent Stew.
All right.
How's that?
All right.
All so right. I'll get you the when they message us the address to mail it to. I'll send it over.
Yeah, I'll just send it directly to them.
Cool.
Great. Right. Thank you, John. That's awesome. All right. So we've been talking to John, and we came up with we need to know the name of the procedure that John just had a few weeks ago to help with his tremors with his Parkinson's.
Bro, you got to narrow it down and make it hard.
That is hard.
No. He's throwing in a T-shirt. Let's double down on it, make it harder.
Okay.
So tell us the name of the procedure and the company.
Ooh.
The company that he had supply him with the product that did it. Because he talked about the sales rep from this company.
That's
he
right.
talked about the name, obviously, of the
procedure.
Yeah, I almost said it. So name the procedure, and then name who the company that was.
I mean, we're talking. These T-shirts are really cool.
Yeah, they're real nice. Yeah. While we wait, you want to let everyone know who's going to be on next week?
Next week is
you're off, right? Roto-Rooter. Mike said Roto-Rooter.
Roto-Rooter. Hollywood say that?
He did. Oh God! I seen your phone call, and I'll have John tell you later why I couldn't take your phone call.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Roto-Rooter. That is incorrect, Hollywood. Sorry, buddy.
I can only imagine what his guess was, but
no, his
Mike's guess was Roto-Rooter.
Roto-Rooter.
He called about something. I'll tell you before you get on your next Zoom call.
All right. So next week's guest is going to be East Coast legend Tom Johnson.
There we go.
So he'll be on next week.
And you're off, right?
Yeah. What date is that?
You put it in the schedule that way.
All right. I think we'll figure that out.
Yeah, you were. It's funny when he was on the first time, you were off too.
Was I really?
So I was like, it's weird how this falls out.
Sorry, Tom. Yeah. It's nothing personal, buddy. it's my anniversary, and we're going on a cruise.
There you go.
30th anniversary. I'll just throw that in there. I get little brownie points with my wife. 30th anniversary. We're going on a cruise.
Where are we going?
Oh, we're going to the Caribbean on with the folks from Mighty Mo's BMX cruise. Anita.
I gotta get on that cruise one of these years. I hear it's a blast.
It's a lot of fun. You'll have a good time, John. It's great.
It's Mo is on the same boat and cruise.
Oh, right now.
Now that the Mighty Mo's cruise is going to do.
Yeah.
He says it's on recon. I call it whatever you want to call it. You're on another cruise, bro.
Whatever it takes to write that off.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah.
It's work.
You want to hear something wild, John? So his wife's a travel agent. So if you guys are thinking about doing a cruise, if it isn't even a BMX cruise, hit up Anita Tillman.
Yeah.
Like she put it together for Chris.
That's who I called as soon as Shelly and I decided we were going. I said, we got to call Anita. She goes, yep, get a hold of her.
And
well noted.
Yeah. He told me, what was it, last year? Yeah, last year. Anita and him told me she spent more nights at sea than she did on land.
No kidding.
Let that set in for a minute.
What a good gig, huh?
Yeah.
That's a lot of time away from home.
Well, that means it's away from work.
Yeah.
I would do it.
Right?
That is her work, John.
That's her job.
I know.
Isn't that wild?
That is pretty sweet.
And she's getting paid to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yes. Hey, that works out good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will be there someday. I'm looking forward to doing that cruise. I know it's been on my radar a couple times, and there's only a couple things that I haven't done, and that's one of them. I want to, hang out with all the has-beens. So
yeah, it's a good time.
It is, and you're not. I mean, Mo coined this forever. It's the pit party. How does he say it?
It's the pit party away from the track.
And you're never in a rush because you're on a cruise. So you just hang out and get to meet all these people that maybe you only know by name, and then you get to hang out with them and meet them. And he does a great job always bringing somebody in to chit, as the main person.
And when do you get to see Chris in a Speedo?
On Vans. Look, man.
Come on.
Our sponsorship with Harley Davidson is riding on the line of his Speedo in the bikini contest.
Right on.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You'll be out there in them cheeks out washing motorcycles, Chris.
No. I keep telling you, nobody wants to see that, man. That's gonna be that's bad.
Oh, we do. Just
yeah. I know you do.
All of a sudden he walks out. We go, no, don't do that. Don't do
right.
that.
Just picture that scene in Old School when Frank the Tank's streaking down. He gets in the car. We looking for your guys' answer to the trivia question. We're looking for the name of the procedure that John had done and the company that did the. Did you say hardware for it?
Yep. Yeah. The hardware.
Okay. Yeah. Oops. Crazy. The answer's been in there, but it hasn't been by the same person. Scott Sloan had a question for you while we're waiting for the answer. What year did you turn expert?
Oh, that's a great question. So, I don't know, and I'm horrible with math, but I do remember racing in SoCal at Weinert Mountain and winning 14-year-old novice there. And I think I had a picture in a magazine. It's one of my early pictures. And then I know what time I turned pro, and I was 15. So it was at out in Texas. I think there's a Patterson ad of me hitting a tabletop and kicking it out. And it was 15 expert. I won 15X on Saturday and I turned pro on Sunday.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
awesome.
It had to be between 14 and 15 is what I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was one of the youngest at the time, and then Greg Hill came along and blew me out of the water. And
how I don't remember if we talked. How did, and I don't know how quick this. How did you decide to turn pro? I mean, was it something you were already thinking about, or did you just go, "What the heck"?
No. So back in the day, you had to have the pro class. You got a sticker that said PRO, pro, and if you had that sticker, it was, it was. You had to be pro to get one, and the only way you turned pro was by your peers. So the Stu Thompsons, the David Clintons, all those guys had to recognize you and vote whether you could race pro or be welcomed into that class.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's how you turned pro.
So did you ask for them to vote, or did they just come to you and go,
honestly,
hey?
I don't think they had enough pros in the pro class in Texas and Lubbock, Texas or something, and they probably needed another rider, and that was the day that I turned pro. And it was probably because, they all looked at me, and I was pretty little compared to them, and they were grown men, and, they probably looked at me and went, shit, I'll take his entry fee, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what fueled the pro class, was the hat around the track and whatever money was paid for entries for the day. And I was then pro. Well, once you did that, you couldn't really go back.
That's true.
And it was definitely thrown in the fire feet first for sure. Um, but yeah, that was my first time, 15.
15.
Wow.
Damn.
Can you imagine?
Got that pro sticker. You know, back in the day, I used to work for Oakley as an adult. And when I worked for Oakley, we had what's called a static O, and it was an Oakley logo, and it was static. It was kind of jagged.
Okay.
And they sent us a stack of those to each rep, and they said, now don't give these out to anybody. These only go to your pros that are in the name, your territory. So if you ran a static O, you knew that guy was getting paid and it was a freaking sticker,
Right.
But they had built up,
Yeah.
Oakley was the king of building up this something out of nothing,
Right.
How could you charge $500 for a pair of unobtainium sunglasses? Well, they made the name up. It's called unobtainium,
So unobtainable because it was so expensive.
They literally had a product that was called unobtainium. That was the material.
Oh,
And the guys the geniuses at marketing, right?
Yeah.
I think we need round 3 and we can jump into talking about Oakley.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
We did get a winner.
We did.
Sean Gifford.
Giffy
won it. He had the correct answer. And what is the correct answer, John?
So the correct answer is a DBS, deep brain surgery or deep brain stimulation.
Mm-hmm.
And the name of the company that supplied the hardware, all the electronics that are in my body, is called Medtronics.
Yep. That's what I heard.
That's it. That's a pretty good one.
Well, congratulations, Sean.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. He said he wants to donate it back. He's going to donate the whole shot. Let me know. We can still get you the T-shirt.
We'll get you the T-shirt from John, though.
He was
Heck yeah, I'll send you a T-shirt in a heartbeat.
He'll
I'd love to.
The prize pack back to the whole shot race.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Right,
Thank you, buddy. Cool. Well, I'm going to put it over to you to close us out here for the evening, and I want to say thank you for taking time and joining us. I know you're extremely busy with Frogtown and everything else going on. It's a pleasure as always, and we look forward to you being back for Moto 3.
Nice. Well, I just want to say thank you for what you guys do for our sport. They call us legends. I call us has-beens, but I call you guys, the legends of it, because you keep us in focus and you keep doing what you do, and I certainly appreciate you. And I don't want to see Chris in that bikini, by the way.
Thank you. I don't either. That's a no.
That's a hard no.
I'll pass.
Thanks again, Justin and Chris. I appreciate you, and all you watchers out there. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it.
You are welcome.
Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, buddy. We appreciate it.
See you for Moto 3.
Yeah.
I know you've got to jump on your call for Frogtown.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're already pounding on the door right now.
I bet they are.
Well, we got you here. Thanks again, and thanks for being that hero to this 13, 14-year-old kid back in the day.
Hell, thanks for being a hero for this 48-year-old guy right here.
Sir. Yeah.
Hero is overrated, but thanks for the compliments, guys. We all got something, and we just get up and put our pants on and tackle the day. And you are not unlike me. I'm the same. So thank you.
Thank you. All right. So everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Make sure you check back next week. We're going to talk to Tom Johnson, find out about his BMX story. And again, thanks to John Cruz for hanging out with us tonight. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you back here next Wednesday. God bless you. Take care.